What up, everybody? It's your boy Alex P, King of Sin City, Mr. 702, the GOAT, the CEO and voice of Las Vegas, Nevada. And this is King of Vegas Podcast, episode number 3. I'm super excited, y'all. Already episode number 3. I kind of feel like we flying by with these, as we should be, because we got a lot of shit to talk about, a lot of things to talk about. You know, right now we are only on YouTube, but we will be up on all your favorite podcast platforms very soon. You know, I got to let y'all know what I'm drinking. You know, I'm drinking some, I don't believe in cheap liquor. I don't believe in low-cost liquor. I believe in affordable drink. You know what I'm saying? Affordable drink and affordable dank. You know what I'm saying? Man, and if you know what I'm saying, shout out to you, because it's hard out here for a pimp. Real shit. Even for Alex P. You know, I be giving out money. I'm about to go ahead and do another giveaway. I'm about to give away another $200 very, very soon. I'm going to go ahead and give away the details. Maybe not this episode, maybe the next episode, but you definitely have to stay tuned this season. You know what I'm saying? We got to go ahead and give away that $200. But like I was saying, man, you know, life is getting pretty hard out here. Especially with you guys taking all my money, as you should be. You know, I love you guys, and I'm really, really thankful for you guys being here and supporting me. But like I said, we got that strawberry wine, $8.99. And I went ahead and made it feel a little fancy. I put some real strawberries in it. Oh, look at. Let me show you guys a trick. Ready? Abracadabra. Hey, we multicam now. Hey! So this is the strawberries. And my strawberry wine, that's $8.99, okay? Shout out to everybody that is tuned in today. Cheers to you, cheers to me, cheers to thee. Let's do it. King of Vegas Podcast, episode 3. Let's do it. Low-key, that was bars. Oh, that's not good, but you know what? It's affordable. So, as long as we got the affordable, we are here. That's just here to let me, you know, loosen up, talk a little bit of shit with you guys, as I should. Okay, so you guys know I have to go ahead and let you guys know what I'm wearing. We should use the new cam for that. So I'm wearing this sweater from the Men's Warehouse. Very, very cute. You know, I always get my sweater. Oh, I'm talking to this cam now. I forget, okay? I always get my sweaters from the Men's Warehouse, if not Ross or DD's Discount. You know, we caught you on a budget. It'd be clearance at the Men's Warehouse. I know a sweater be $80 for Mario Lopez or Shannon Sharp. They be tripping with their little designs there with the price. But you know, I support my colored brothers. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Latinos and the blacks, the browns and the blacks. You know what I'm saying? We ruling the world together if we stick together. So all I gotta say is this: Men's Warehouse, shout out to you. I've shouted you guys out before, so I feel like where is the collaboration? You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm talking too soon. We're not that big of a podcast yet. Yet. Like I said, we're right here on YouTube, and we will soon be on all your favorite podcast platforms. But you know, back to what I'm wearing. Jeans are from DD's Discount. I believe that they were $11.99. This is from, it's that Mormon one. Something Institute. Desert Institutions or Desert Institute. Desert something, but it's a store. It's just like the Goodwills. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Alex P is cocky on a budget for real. I'm trying to tell you guys. Okay, he, him, that's what it is. Shout out to the they, thems, and the she's and theys and it's and everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm really, really excited to be here. Let's go ahead and get it started. I think that little sip got me, you know, dipping into the conversation. Today I don't really know what we're going to talk about. You guys, I didn't really come prepared. I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to go ahead and wing it. We're going to go ahead and wing it and sing it. Okay, you guys, now for real, I'm kind of nervous for today's episode, because I'm going to go ahead and open up with you guys, and I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys know just a couple things about me. I know some of y'all are wondering, who is this big ass gas man? My name is Alex P. I go by Alex P. My real name is Alexander. It's not really that creative. P is the first letter of my last name. Well, Alex P really comes from when I was in the 2nd grade. There was this guy named Daniel. His last name started with an A. I remember his last name, but he wanted to be like me, and his middle name was Alex. And he told everybody, I don't know, like at first he was really mean to me, but then, you know, we ended up being cool at the end. But he was jealous of me. I'm not gonna lie, because everybody loved me. I was just so cool and nice to everybody. But anyways, he wanted to fuck with me, so he told the teacher that he wanted to be called Alex. So they would call him Alex A, and they would call me Alex P. And that was in the 2nd grade. Shout out to Miss Daniel. Miss Daniel, shout out to you. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, but for the most part, ever since the 2nd grade, it's really stuck. And I just added 2 X's and a 3 at the end. So that's where Alex P comes from. But I'm born and raised from Las Vegas, Nevada, Eastside Vegas. For the most part, my whole life, I've been proud to be Eastside Vegas. But, you know, Las Vegas is fake as fuck. So everybody here is pretty fucking fake. Not supportive unless, you know, the only type of support people like is the the support that they receive, they don't like to really give. It's a whole fucking story, you guys. Let me go ahead and sip this this wine so I can really tell you the fucking tea. Hold up. What are you drinking today? Let me know. Shit, and if you don't drink, let me know what you smoking. You smoke the sativa, the indica, the in-between, let me know. So, yeah, for the most part, Eastside Vegas. I've only went to 3 schools my whole life. I'm very fortunate. I'm one of those few that only went to 1 elementary school, 1 middle school, and 1 high school. And I'm really learning, like, for the most part, that's definitely not the case for, I want to say, like, 87% of kids growing up. The majority of people are consistently moving and never really in one spot. I had a childhood home. We moved in it when I was about four-ish, and we moved out when I was about 16. And then we moved into the house that my mom has now when I was about 16 years old. And she's just been there ever since. So for the most part, I've had a very steady home. You know, before that, we did live in the hood. We lived on the corner of Fremont and Charleston. Right there used to be a casino. If you in Las Vegas, or you've been in Las Vegas, the 90s, early Y2K, you know what I'm talking about. There used to be a casino right there off the corner of Fremont and Charleston. Wow, I literally could see the picture in my head. And it was called the Showboat. We used to go bowling up in there, get ice cream. It was across the street from that 7-Eleven. And the Lowe's. I don't know if the Lowe's was there at the time, but it's there now. But I'm pretty sure the Lowe's has always been there. But yeah, I lived right there across the street from those apartments, right behind the 7-Eleven. Though they're still there. They look as raggedy as ever. We lived right across from my aunt and uncle, and they lived right on the corner, right beside the laundry room on one of the units. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I go by there and drive just to have like a nostalgic type of feel, and you know, just to be in my own feelings about where I am in life now and how things used to be. You know, it's crazy. Everything seems like forever. Like right now feels like forever, but it's not going to be forever. It's kind of crazy. Life doesn't really care about us. Isn't that time? Time doesn't really care about life. Don't care about us either. Well, we try not to care about life, but we got to. Anyways, back to the story. So, yeah, I've only went to 1 elementary school, 1 middle school. I went to Richard J. Rundle Elementary School for elementary. For middle school, I went to Dwayne D. Keller Middle School, which really, really fucking sucked. And then I also went to Las Vegas High School, the new Las Vegas High School. My parents went to the original Las Vegas High School. And it's kind of crazy because both my parents went to Las Vegas High School. My older sister and my younger sister, I'm the middle child. We all went and graduated from Las Vegas High School. My parents didn't graduate, but, you know, my mama ended up getting her GED and then, you know, getting it cracking from there. So shout out to my moms. Shout out to my dad too. You know, he's a really hard worker. He's really from the street, a real life goon. So, I mean, I wouldn't mess with him if I was you. I know that a couple people are going to probably say something in the comments to make their balls feel a little bigger, but, you know, shout out to you for watching. But yeah, you guys, literally growing up, that's pretty much it. I lived a pretty boring life. My parents are real life from the streets, from, you know, really about that. I'm not like saying that to show off, because my parents even know that like that's not something to show off. It's not cool. It's pretty much a loser life, and they knew that. They were kids having kids, and they were like, our kids aren't having that life. But, you know, our parents taught us don't play, so I'm just gonna leave it there. But growing up, I was really interested in like martial arts. I was always in and out of taekwondo since I was like 5 years old until I was about 13. When I got to middle school, maybe 12. When I got to middle school, it was just kind of lame to like be doing something like that. My dad was a boxing coach, so we were always in and out of the boxing gym growing up. Yeah, I do know how to fight. I do like to fight. I'm not a bully or nothing. I'm not telling you that I could whip your ass, but I'm not afraid to get my ass beat. In other words, but I do like a nice squab. Sometimes you just gotta fight, because you either gotta beat somebody's ass or get your ass beat. But either way, you're done after that. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, you guys, I really wish I could sit here and tell you that I lived like this really boring life. Maybe I'll tell you like when I got into drugs as a teenager and stuff, but like maybe for another episode, maybe not today. You know, I was doing like cocaine, taking pills, all of that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think you guys want to hear about that today. I don't think you guys want to hear about, you know, my stories as a gigolo after high school. I don't think you want to hear about that today. I think you guys just want to hear about before. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you guys do want to hear about that. I don't know. You know, I was doing a couple nasty things for some change, but, you know, the bills was getting paid. They was getting paid. And I was taking care of other people's kids. Like, people would have a habit of, well, because growing up, I was really nice. Especially, like, as a teenager, I was super, super nice. 18, 19, 20. 20 is still a teenager. It's a glorified teenage year. But around that time, people were still dropping their kids off at my crib. And I would just, like, not want to send them to CPS. So I would just, like, take care of them until their parents came back. And, you know, that's just a whole different story for a whole nother episode. Okay, so for, like, the most part, I lived a pretty boring childhood. It was when I got a teenagers where I started acting up. Growing up, I grew up in the Southern Baptist Church from the ages of 5 years old to 18. You know, when you get to 18, it's like, okay, Lord, I'm going to decide if I'm going to go or not. But I grew up in a white Southern Baptist church, and you know, this is late 90s, early 2000s. Bitches was being openly racist, and I wasn't allowed to say nothing, otherwise I was the problem. I'm not going to say the name of the church. I just had to cuss out my pastor. Well, not cuss out, because I didn't curse that church because my mama would have got embarrassed. My mom was really important to the church, and everybody doesn't want my mama to leave because my mama's doing the things that nobody really wants to do. That's a tea for another day. Baby, we got to have an episode on the church. I'm going to bring some people that came to the church, and I'm going to have them behind the camera, and I'm going to have them talk that real shit, but ain't nobody going to know who it is. So, yeah, I just had to check my pastor the other day because he disrespected somebody up in my family, but that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother episode. You guys, literally, there's so much to talk about. Now that I'm thinking about it, the wine had me loosey-goosey, baby. I'm not a good boy, but I'm not bad either. Like, I just don't, you know what, growing up, I was just discriminated to the extreme. Gay as fuck, brown as fuck, Hispanic, but I wasn't bilingual growing up, so my own people didn't fuck with me. They would tell me that I'm just, you know, other racist, and I just, like, really don't, I don't know, like, I really don't know where to start. There's just so much drama in my life, but, like, I don't really want to be one of those people that, like, use their trauma. Because, like, everyone's, like, traumatized. And I'm not really traumatized. Like, just things happen to me. But, like, I'm over it. You know what I mean? Like, truly, I'm over it. But, like, I don't know what to share and what not to share. Because people told me, like, you just got to be careful of what you share on your podcast. So, I'm going to just talk about maybe growing up kind of gay as fuck. Everybody knew. Let me get my water. No, I'm just playing with you. Okay, so growing up bisexual, as AlexXx P, it was not an easy thing. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It was not an easy thing. Growing up, well, first off, everybody knew. Everybody knew I was, hey, bitch, say bitch. Because I was always just like this. I always was just like myself. But people would, like, act like they didn't know what was going on. Like, they would ask me, like, are you gay? But they would ask me, like, after, like, we've been friends for, like, months and a year or years, and they would, like, ask me, but when they would ask me, it would always be, like, they would ask me in a way to where, like, they wanted to use that just in case, like, they wanted to, like, use it against me later. But, like, I've always been openly myself. But when people would ask me, I would just play stupid. Nah, I'm not gay. I don't know what you're talking about. Nah, I definitely like to eat pussy. I definitely don't fuck with faggots. But I was a whole faggot myself. But, like, people just acted like they didn't know. Like, literally, hey, how you doing today? This is how I greet people. Hey, how you doing? Bitch, how you doing? That's not gay. But people would kind of be, well, I guess I could see why. Because I'm not gay, but, like, I don't say bisexual because people don't believe that men can be bisexual. I guess we're not allowed to be bisexual, only girls. So I just kind of go along with what people say. But it doesn't bother me. But yeah, I do eat pussy too. I love to eat some good ass, wet ass pussy. Pussy is something that you just can't leave. You know, like, you can't leave. Like, there's bitches out here looking like Lotto and Coco Jones. Like, you just can't be gay. You can't leave that. You can't leave that. You know what I'm saying? But, like, growing up, everybody knew. I think I can remember to the point where it began, I guess you could say. I guess we're going to talk about it. Okay, so I guess, like, the moment that made my interests diverse, I guess you could call it that. I don't know what you want to call it. The day that I decided I liked dick and pussy. That day, it was really young. I had to be at least 2 or 3 years old. And I remember we were living right there off of Fremont and Charleston, up in that little unit downstairs. And I remember the TV in the living room was on, and growing up, I never slept at night. I would only sleep during the day because I was like really afraid of my nightmares. It was like a whole thing, right? I was a weird ass little kid. Now that I think about it, I was so weird, but it's okay. I'm not a weird adult. I mean, maybe I am, but who knows? Anyways, I remember I was 2 or 3. I ended up walking into the living room and HBO was on because we would watch movies. Like we were a movie family. We loved movies, and HBO was on, and it was HBO After Dark. And baby, you know what happens after HBO After Dark. You know it gets cracking and smacking. So HBO After Dark's on, and there was a man and woman on TV, and they were naked, and they were getting intimate with one another. And I remember just being like happy in ways I couldn't explain, very intrigued. But I remember just like looking at the both of them. And I do remember like not understanding why I was looking at them, because I knew like they're naked, I shouldn't be watching them. Because like, like when you're a little kid and your mom tells you go to the bathroom, close the door, change behind closed doors, you know what I mean? So when I seen them naked and getting it cracking and smacking, HBO After Dark, they don't really show nothing. They just show maybe the man sucking the titty, or like she'll be hopping on stomach and making it look like his dick or something. You know what I'm saying? But I went ahead and checked it out, and I was very intrigued. It was cracking, and maybe that's why I only like people my skin color and darker, because I guess it was ebony porn. So ever since then, like, I really like my people seasoned. I really, really like my people seasoned. And too, like, I just don't have time. Like, this is a whole nother conversation. Like, I just don't have time to explain. So I just kind of keep around, what's similar to me. But anyways, after that night, I remember just like always thinking about that. Like, I could see her skinny ass, bony ass, riding his hunky ass. And yeah, that's what started it all. Ever since then, I was Princess of Genovia. Lord, the cheaper, the talkier. So, dude, this strawberries is good. Let me try to get one. Okay, so there's that. But like, it's crazy because growing up, I wasn't allowed to like boys. Like, it's not like today, like, that was not okay. People would tell me, like, what's wrong with you? Or, like, if I would get bullied for being bisexual, or, like, people would call me faggot and shit. People would tell me, like, adults would tell me, like, well, you shouldn't be that. That's your fault. Why are you acting like that? So it's definitely, like, and that was only, like, 10 years ago and beyond. So life's come a long way. But we still got a long way to go. So shout out to the gays and days that, have fought for the justice. I definitely was part of that movement. So yeah, I swipe on Tinder and I tap on Grindr. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Growing up, it was hard. It was really hard all the way up until maybe about 3-4 years ago is really when I got 2020. 2020 was just such a dramatic year. It was like kind of necessary, but unnecessary at the same time, because like, why were we doing that? Why were we having to do all that in 2020? Like, we should all be rainbows and unicorns. Like, by then we should have been, you know what I mean? Like, for sure. But that's just the world. But ever since 2020, even before that, like, it's been slowly, every year it's just been getting better and more accepting towards the LGBTQ plus community. Every year since I was younger, it's just been getting a little better and better. Still got such a long way to go, but I mean, other than that, it wasn't that bad, because, I was fucking pussy too. And even though girls knew, they were definitely like, I'm trying to hop on that foreskin, and I would let girls show me their titties and stuff. It was weird, because I think that's why people didn't care, because I was still like, people like, but it was kind of a superpower, because if a guy was really mean to me or would bully me, I would get close to his girlfriend, and at first she would be like, "That's my girl," because every bitch want a gay best friend. They do. They just want that. It's just an aesthetic. Especially back in Y2K, like, it was just something that everybody wanted. The girls loved their gays. Not all, but the majority. But I would get really close and just know, like, just learn. Let me learn this bitch real quick. Let me learn her insecurities. Learn what her dude's not doing. and then I'll do it real quick, fuck her real quick, record it on her phone and send it to him. You know what I'm saying? And then like, what is he gonna do? He's gonna hit a faggot. So, and then nobody would believe him, and like nobody would believe that I did it. So like people would just laugh at the dude and think that they're jealous. It was a lot. Like I said, it was my little superpower, but you know, kind of a villain at the same time. But you got to be both. You got to, life is about balance. You know what I'm saying? Life is about balance. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know, you guys. Today I just kind of wanted to chat it up. I really don't have nothing to talk about today. Not too much drama. I was going to talk about JT and Young Miami. They had a beef going on Twitter this past weekend. But I've never been like one to talk about other people's drama. And I really don't care. I really don't care. Shout out to both of them though. Shout out to everybody that tuned in today. Shout out to you and you and you. You're gonna love me. No, but for real, shout out to everybody that tuned in today. I'm really, really happy, really excited. Hopefully I didn't get copyrighted for that little take. We are dream girls. That's my movie. And my song. That's such a good movie, such a good soundtrack. I have never seen the play. Like, shout out to everyone who's seen the play. Shout out to all the old folks that's seen the original Dream Girls. You know, Cheryl, she's still a baddie. But yeah, shout out to everybody that tuned in today. This episode was kind of nothing, but I promise you next episode we're going to have a topic. I really, really, really want to talk about That's So Raven next episode. So maybe it'll be next episode or maybe it won't be. But you guys got to go ahead and let me know what you guys want me to talk about. Shout out to everybody tuned in today on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that's following me on all social media platforms at King of Vegas Podcast. We're going to be up on all your favorite podcast platforms very soon. Yeah. Make sure you guys are streaming my music, because I know that y'all don't be giving a fuck, but I do. And if you guys want me to keep giving out this money, then you guys need to keep streaming the music, because I get paid for that. Freestyle Alex P Volume 1, the mini mixtape project, is in the link in my bio, or go ahead and check out my YouTube page. It's only on YouTube, but that's not the official music. That's just the in for right now. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm working on my debut EP project. It's gonna be an R&B project. If you haven't checked out my music on all streaming platforms, check out my song Time Traveler and Make Up Your Mind. Those are the only songs that I really have up right now. Those were supposed to be the lead singles for the EP, but you know, other things happened. That's another conversation for another episode. But yeah, thank you guys to everyone who tuned in today. Shout out to all my kings and queens. Make sure you guys follow me, Mr. King of Sin City and King of Vegas Podcast. And make sure you guys stay tuned. I'm going to be giving away $200 very, 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 very soon. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace out.